Howdy! My name is Geezlarry, and today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to draft a vintage cube, and I'm going to be using Cube Cobra to demonstrate. Now, the cube I'm going to be using today is called My Home Cube Final. It is made by Where's James, this guy right here, and you can find it by going on to cubecobra.com, going into this cube option. It's going to find a little tab that says search cubes, and you're not going to click on this big tab that's going to search cards. This one is the one you want down here, the one that says search cube specifically. And in there, you're going to put My Home Cube. That's not how you spell cube. Search it, and there should be a handful of cubes that pop up. The first one of which is My Home Cube Final. And that one is going to be the one that you're going to want to click on. And it's going to bring you to this page, which is the overview. And in this tab right here is the playtest. And we're back right where we started in the video. So that's how you find the cube. If you want to do drafts, which I would encourage you to, drafts are a lot of fun. And this cube specifically is custom made and a lot of fun. You can also look at the list of the cube right here. There is many cards. I'm not going to be going over all of them because that would take it so long. But getting right into it, I'm assuming if you clicked on this video, you probably know how to play Magic the Gathering. If you don't, let me know in the comments, and if enough of you don't know how, or if enough of you ask, I could probably make a video trying to teach you how to play Magic the Gathering. It's not going to be easy because it's a very complicated game, but I think I could figure out something that would give you guys a vague idea, at least, of how to play this game. So, a cube is a collection of usually about 540, 600 cards, somewhere around that area. And how it works is a bunch of people sit down at a table and you make packs of 15 cards. Usually each person gets 3 packs, and generally speaking, the average is probably going to be like 8. If you go to like a magic shop to a cube, there's probably going to be 8 seats. If you just go with your friends, you could also do like a 3-4 person cube as well. So this doesn't have to be 8, but this particular case is an 8-person cube. There's 15 cards in each pack. You can modify, again, you can modify the number of packs and the number of seats and the number of cards per pack in Cube Cobra. But for right now, we're going to stick with 15 cards per pack, 3 packs per person, and 8 people. Now, hopping into the first pack, I'll show you how this cube is, how would you draft a cube. So first, you're going to see your first pack of 15 cards, and you can pick one of them, put it into your pool, and then when you're done, you pass your pack to the next person. Usually it's to the left, then after that round, you switch to the right, but that's a little bit confusing. So for right now, all you need to know, pick one card, and then you pass the pack and pick out of the next pack. So out of this pack, I'm probably going to pick Flash because it is a really funny card and you could do a lot of silly stuff with it. So we'll take Flash in the first pack. Now this is the second pack that jumped right onto my lap. And in this pack, it's not going to have any immediate, like, this card is what I want to pick, but it's going to have some solid cards. It's going to have Ponder. That's a good one. Mox Opal can be really good. It can also be really bad if you don't have enough artifacts to turn it on, because you have to have 3 artifacts to activate its ability. So it's a little bit of a hit or miss, and by hit or miss, I mean you can really only use it in an artifact. A pretty artifact heavy deck. Ponder is good. It's a little bit weird taking it this early, but that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this. Well, I could take this Elspeth, but I'm going to take this Ponder. It's pretty early to take that. But here we're going to find an Atraxa. Gristlebrand is a very good card, but it's not good with Flash because it enters sacrificed. So it's a lot better with cards like Atraxa that have an enter effect. That's how you use Flash. This next pack is going to be solid. We got Hexdringer, that's good. Volcanic Island is always good for the mana. And Coalition Relic is alright. I think we're gonna take this Volcanic Island here for right now. This is a good pack. Jace, Viren's Prodigy is a very good card. It's really powerful. It could also we could also take Mystical Tutor or Remand. Remand's just a really good counter spell. And Mystical Tutor is good for searching your library for Flash. So I think I'm gonna take this Mystical Tutor. Here we could take the Arid Mesa for some a little bit more mana fixing. It can go with Volcanic Island. Or you could also take this Delay, but I think this Arid Mesa is just a little bit too good to pass. So we'll take that one. Pack number, or not pack, pick number 7. We have decent cards. Planar Nexus doesn't really do anything with us. Neither does a lot of these cards. So probably either Plateau or a concealing curtain. I think we don't really have any red white, so it's going to be concealed curtain for right now. See what we get in our pack. Oliphant's fine. We have an Iron Mesa for now, and we're not red as of yet. So I think right now we can take this Caustic Bronco and see what we get. We're back to our original pack that we opened. We'll take I think I'll grab this Celestial Colonnade. This Elspeth Stormslayer did pass, and I'm not really seeing. It doesn't really matter that it's not a token deck. It's just a solid creature, and giving like Caustic Bronco flying would be really, really good. So you could attack with a lot more. So we're gonna take this Elspeth. We're gonna see a World Spine Worm. I'm gonna be so for real with you. I did not notice this the first time around. This is one of the best cards in the entire cube to go with Flash. So having two of the best cards to go with Flash this early is really, really nice. I'm super lucky that that wheeled. I was super oblivious when that pack came around the first time. I didn't even notice it there. So I'm really lucky that I got that. I think Pick Your Poison is a solid sideboard pick right here. These are all kind of sideboard cards. Probably this one to go against a Time Vault. Again, it's kind of silly picking sideboard cards, but it's not because I'm not going to be playing games with these decks because you can on Cube Cobra, unfortunately. But it's good to practice drafting around stuff like that. So when you ever do a real draft, you're not just passing random stuff that you should probably be taking to hate draft. And hate draft is kind of annoying, but sometimes you do have to do it. Swords to Plowshares and Broadside Bombardiers and Marsh Flats are the best cards in this pack. I think Swords to Plowshares is what I'm going to take here. It's very powerful, and it's a really good removal spell to have. Or it's good to have removal spells. J-Suit of Mysteries goes with cards like Doomsday, Demonic Consultation. Sometimes, if you get enough lands, it can go with Tainted Pack. And I'll try to remember to put pictures of those cards on screen so you can know what cards I'm talking about here. But it's not really good in our deck right now. So for right now, we're probably going to pick a Nearby Planet, a Fabled Passage, or just a Spell Pierce. Because Spell Pierce is great. If you get like Flash, try to cast Flash and they counterspell it, you could have like save up 1 mana to Spell Pierce and backup. I think we'll take the Spell Pierce. It's a good solid card right there. Animate Dead could be really fun with Flash. Say you use Flash to get like Atraxa, then you animate Dead, and then just have Atraxa. Or do World Spine Worm. It's sacrifice, you get 3 5/5s, and then you also get a 14/15, because this makes it -1 to its original power. So we're gonna take this Animate Dead. I love to grab that one right there. Great pick. Super happy with that. Oko is a very powerful card. We're not necessarily in green right now, though, so I think we'll just take this Duress. We're gonna have Necromancy, which is another Reanimator target. So is Emperor of Bones. But I think the pick is Torsten, which is yet another target to get with Flash because it enters when it has an enter trigger, which is you put all creature and/or land cards from the top 7 cards of your library into your hand, and when it dies, you also has a death trigger where you make 7 1/1s. So it is really, really good with Flash because you get the enter trigger and the death trigger. Again, Uro would be good here. We're not necessarily green. All 3 of these are green, but we're never, ever, ever going to be casting these cards. We have Flash. So we could also get a dig through time to try to find our Flash or our targets. I think that could be a good target here. Winds of Abandon is also pretty good. It could be a removal spell. We don't have a lot. We just have the Spell Pierce, the Concealing Curtains, the Duress, and the Sword Splasher. So we're not really low. So I think with that being said, we're still gonna take this dig through time just to find all our stuff. We could take this Bristly Bill and move into green. I think we've been seeing a lot of decent green cards. I don't know if any of them are gonna wheel because we already passed on them, but we could always grab Bristly Bill and see if we can move into a little bit of green. Corpse Dance is another good Reanimator target, so let's grab Corpse Dance. Dream Halls could be funny, but especially with Atraxa but with like World Spider Worm and Torsten, it's gonna be a lot harder to Dream Halls them out because I don't really have any green or I don't have that many green or white cards right now. I think total, other than that, is like 3. So I don't think we're gonna take that for right now. I think for right now we'll take this Botanical Sanctum so we can have a little bit of green if we want it. Nearby Planet is also good. It tests for all the colors, and it also goes great with a few other lands. So we'll take that. It can go. There's a few combos you can do with it. If I see one, I'll show you what the combos are. But for right now, I'll just pick it and forget about it. Pillage the Bog, great late pick there. Bone Shards is also a great removal spell. You can, if you don't have Flash, but you have Animate Dead, you could play Bone Shards, discard one of your big fatties, and then reanimate it, because that puts it in your graveyard. So Bone Shards is typically really good with reanimator spells. In Indoraptor, the perfect hybrid is a very powerful card. It's a really powerful, especially if you can like hit him with a Traxa and then play Indoraptor, then you're entering with 7 +1/+1 counters, 6 if you have Animate Dead on it. So it's just a very, very powerful combo. I think we'll draft the Sacred Foundry in our sideboard. Right now we don't have any red, so it's not worth playing. But for right now, I think we do play the Elite Spellbinder because we are a little bit white. We're probably not going to be playing the Elspeth, but we'll see. We shall see. Ursine Monstrosity is the first card I'm seeing. The second one is probably just Aspara's Headquarters. That's a very good. It's all 3 colors. Or, well, it's not all 3 colors, but it's most of our colors except for black. And we kind of main black. But we do want a lot. We do want to try to prioritize the lands in this pack because we don't have a single source of black mana, and with like a 3 to maybe 4 color deck, this is going to be really tough. And Interrupter is red, so we might not even end up playing it because that's just a little bit hard on our mana. We'll see though, we'll see. I think we do grab the Spara's Headquarters. More sure that we're gonna take him than what was it? Than whatever the heck was. I don't remember what. Oh yeah, Urson Monstrosity. This pack is, well, we have Kozilek to go with the channel that we passed, but we're obviously not going to take it because channel's long gone by now. Exuma's pretty good, but it's not bad. I mean, I'm obviously going to be able to reanimate a better card than they will be able to. So I think the take here is probably Exhume. Lotus Petal is fine. It's good. It can be good. It's not really good in this deck, I wouldn't say. So probably the pick here is just an Ancient Tomb. It's a very powerful land. Dark Depths goes with Thespian Stage, which I did see earlier, but that was in like the first pack and I did not get it. So we're not going to get Dark Depths. Tameo is a very powerful, very solid card. I think we just take a Tameo here. A little bit. We could take the Lose Focus, but I think the Tameo is just a little bit better here. Dark Confidant could be good to go with our Caustic Bronco. We could have both of them, which they basically do the same thing. But other than that, I'm really only seeing Savannah that we'd play, so probably we do take the Dark Confidant. Oof! This is a very tough pick because we have a Tolly, which is another really good flash target. But we also have Zayator's Proving Ground and the Steam Vents, both of which would be really great to have with this mana base. Specifically the Zayator's Proving Ground. We have 3 big fatties. I think if I was playing the actual, like if I was drafting the decks, I would take the Zayator's Proving Ground, but I don't have to use the decks, so I don't have to experience the bad mana fixing. So in this case, I will take the Atali because it's pretty funny, but it's really even with the Zayator's Proving Ground. I don't know what I would take if I had to actually use the deck. It's very close. This is well, it is actually kind of close because Woodfall Premise is another really good card with Flash, but Sneak Attack is it's just funny. We're gonna splash red for Sneak Attack. My computer is dying, as you can see, but it's worth it. It's worth it to get to pump these videos out for you folks. For both of the people watching, just know that I am killing my computer to make. Wait, I should probably just plug it in. Yeah, there we go. I forgot I had a charger for a second there. Anywho, we're gonna grab this Raugrin Triome, and we're gonna see the Ursan Monstrosity, but honestly, we're gonna take the Savannah over it. We're also, I mean, with the Sneak Attack, we could now realistically play Kozilek because it's a 12/12 with Annihilator 4. You're not going to get the cast trigger, which is draw 4 cards, but you are going to get the creature. You could also, I think it might be worth it. I think so. I think it is. I think we'll take it. Right here, we would love a land, but we're not going to get a land here, so probably just an oust for our sideboard. And then we'll grab I don't know, maybe like a Leyline Binding for our sideboard, and then a Manifold Key for our sideboard, and then we're not going to get any lands, which is upsetting, but we have some. So after the third pack, we have a constructed deck, or well, no, we have a collection of cards, and now we have to make the deck out of the cards. So normally, if you were drafting, all of your cards would just be in a big ol' mound. So this is where you have to go through and take out all the cards that you don't necessarily want in your deck. Like we're probably not going to be playing that or that. We can probably, if we take white completely out, then we're going to be at 23. But I think it'd be better to take that out And let's look at our mana, actually. So we have one fetch land, and that fetch land can get red, white, it can get blue, it can get green, and it can get black. So it can actually get all 5 colors, which is beautiful. This also taps for all 5 colors because it's every single basic land type. And I think our mana base isn't plentiful, but it's not bad. It's a bit sketchy, but theoretically it could work because we got a blue, we got blue, we got blue, we got blue, 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 and we have a white, 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 and white. And then we have like a decent amount of everything. We have red with that one, and this one, as well as nearby planet. And red is going to be what we're going to need the most because, or not the most, we're going to need some red for splashing sneak attack. And maybe some green, leaving some green land so we can splash pillage the bog. And we can if we can splash swords, and maybe, honestly, maybe Indoraptor I think would be really good to have in this deck. Especially now that we have sneak attack, so we can play sneak attack, and then on turn 5, say, we throw down a Kozilek, attack for 12. They take, so they, or no, we throw down a Trax because they could just chomp a Kozilek probably. But in Traxa, they're probably not going to have a flyer, so they're going to hit him with 7, and the Indoraptor is going to enter with 7 plus and counters on it. So it's going to be a 10-8 with a menace, and that's not something that our opponents are going to want to play against. So I think if we run this right here, that could be pretty good. We have 4 flash targets, and we have 5 sneak attack targets, as well as 2 reanimating spells. I am really liking the looks of this deck. If you're not sure exactly how it works, and because you don't know how to play Magic the Gathering, basically, what it does is it plays Flash, which is a 2-mana instant. Choose a creature card from your hand and put that creature into play as though it were just played. Play the creature's, or pay the creature's casting cost reduced by up to 2. If you cannot, you bury, or the errata text would be sacrifice the creature. So basically, what this does is put a creature from your hand on the battlefield, it enters sacrificed, unless you pay the card's mana cost reduced by 2. So we're never ever going to pay the mana cost reduced by 2. We're going to say we play Flash, then we put a Tali. Then this is going to enter. It's going to have the enter trigger, but then it's going to enter sacrificed. So that's why it's not good with Kozilek, because that doesn't have an enter trigger. So it's just going to be 2 mana, put a big old fatty into your graveyard. Except that when you put it into the graveyard, you then shuffle your graveyard. You shuffle your graveyard into your library. So, I hope that made sense. I hope you were able to fall. Alright, ready? Alright, this deck looks pretty good to me. I'm liking the mana base. I am loving the spells we got. And we got Flash, and we got Animate Dead, as well as Corpse Dance. And we got Sneak Attack, as well as Indoraptor. And we got 4 great flash targets and Kozilek for a sneak attack. Or we can't reanimate it. Or I guess we could with the Corpse Dance, because that is an instant, so we could reanimate it technically, but it's going to be very difficult to do. I'll go over all the cards I got slowly. You can pause the video on any cards that you don't know what they do, and you can read them with your eyeballs, and so I don't have to go through and read what every single card does to you, who has eyeballs, probably. This is getting... Why did I say that? Alrighty, this is the finished product. We're going to run with 23 9-line cards. That is typical for a 40 card deck, which I forgot to mention you're building a 40 card deck, not in opposed to a regular 60 card deck in the constructed format. So there's going to be 23 spells and 9 lands, or 17 lands, and I have 9. So I only have to play 8 basic lands, which if I were to figure that out, I would probably go like 1 mountain, 2 swamps, 2 islands, a forest, and another island, and another swamp. Something like that. Maybe a plains as well, because we have pretty good mana. So we have better mana than I thought we did, because this gets all 5 colors, and this is all 5 colors, and can get fetched by Arid Mesa, because it is every single basic land type. So anyways, this is our completed deck with our sideboard. I hope you liked watching me draft this and watching the video, and I also hope you were able to follow along and better grasp how you go about and do a draft. I probably didn't do a great job because sometimes I get too focused up on building a deck, so I probably didn't teach you how to make the decks very well. But it's all in a day's work. I think one step at a time. Now you should know how to do a draft, and you should know vaguely how to make this specific deck. If you would like to see me go into more depth and detail into what all of the other decks you could draft in this cube are, let me know in the comments and I'll be able to get that out for you to watch. With that being said, I am out of time for the video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video as well as learned at least the basics on how to draft the vintage cube. I'll see you guys in my next upload. See ya.